Hello everyone, this is Superior Freshh, and today's video will be a complete solo guide on how to do the Easter egg in Outbreak Exo Zombies in Advanced Warfare. This guide is going to focus on the absolute easiest way to do the Easter egg. That is also why the guide is focused on doing the Easter egg on solo, because completing the Easter egg is much easier by yourself. With that said, let's get right into it with step 1. At the start of the game, you're going to want to pick up the black box. The black box is in the back of the starting area behind the wreckage in between this gap here. Before going on to the next step, I would also recommend to buy the Exo Medic perk, because on solo, if you go down, it will self-revive you, so you don't have to worry about getting downed and failing automatically. Be warned though, you can only buy the Exo Medic 3 times while playing on solo. And now, it's time for the next step. Getting to the morgue and activating the computer there with the black box. You can use either route you'd like to get to the morgue. I personally opened the administration door first, since the door needs to be opened for the Easter egg later on anyway. I would also recommend to get your exosuit as early as possible, because in the early rounds of the game, enemies will be one-hit kill with the exo melee, making the game a bit easier. Once you're in the morgue, go to the right side of the first floor where the computers are. Interact with this computer here and you will notice that your black box has left your inventory. After this interaction, you are now free to start the next steps of the Easter egg, which is to find the 4 ID cards of all 4 exo zombie characters. The ID cards can be collected in any order, but in order to make the Easter egg attempt the easiest as possible, I would recommend starting off with the 2 hardest cards to get, those of Lilith and Decker. In order to get Lilith's card, you have to get the EM1 from the 3D printer, which first spawns in the morgue hallway. If you don't get the EM1 from the printer first, it's okay. You can try and get Decker's ID card first, and keep using the 3D printer whenever you get the chance to get the EM1 laser gun. Once you get the EM1 laser gun, you have to shoot the laser at the printer and then use the printer again while shooting at it. You will see that instead of the printer printing a weapon, an ID card prints out instead. Pick it up and Lilith's ID card will be yours. You will know you will have picked it up when the number on your ID card goes up by 1. The other difficult ID card to get is that of Decker's. To get Decker's card, you have to get to the incineration room through the trash chutes. You can use the trash chute in the exo room, which is what I did. You have to purchase the chute once for 100 credits and then back away from it, and then purchase the chute again for 500 credits and go in. Once you are in the incineration room, you must keep shooting the ground in order to make Decker's ID appear. I would recommend to do this with an automatic weapon of some sort that allows you to just keep spraying the ground. Shoot a bit and then interact with the area that you shot and try to pick up the ID. If you're having a tough time, you can focus on one side of the room one time and then focus on the other side of the room the next time you're down there. As you can see here, the number on my ID card went up by 1, which indicates that I found the card. I didn't even see the ID card when I picked it up, so try to pick up the card where you shoot even if you actually don't see the ID card. If you can manage finding Decker and Lilith's ID cards, the rest of the Easter egg should be smooth sailing. The next ID card I'll explain in this guide is that of Oz. Oz's ID card is in the holding area. In order to get the ID card, you will have to buy the Exo Slam ability from the main hub. I would also recommend to leave a crawler around so that you're not bothered by zombies while going for this card. Once you have the Slam ability and you're ready to go for Oz's card, head to the holding area where the cells are. Once you're there, you're going to want to shoot this black bar under the cell until it snaps and falls off. Once the black bar is off, jump on top of the cell and exo slam it. Once you do so, another cell will pop up next to your cell and Oz's ID card will be in the front of the cell waiting for you to pick it up. And last but not least, I'll explain how to get Kahn's ID card. Kahn's ID card could only be done during an infection round because you have to be infected in order to do it. To make getting this ID card as easy as possible, if you have active camouflage during your Easter egg attempt, I would recommend you save it for when you go for this ID card. That way, as soon as you get infected, you can activate camouflage and get the ID without being hassled by zombies. Once you're infected, you have to activate the 4 keypads located around the administration area. One is here above the executive office. The next one is over here on this other side, and the one after that is over here by the decontamination station, and the last one is by this office. And now Kahn's ID has appeared in the window for you to grab. After you've gotten all 4 ID cards, zombies will start dropping key cards when they die. The next step of the Easter egg is to keep killing zombies and collecting cards that the zombies are dropping until your ID card is upgraded to 49. Not every zombie will drop a card, so just keep killing zombies until you have your ID card upgraded to 49. After you've upgraded your ID card to 49, it is now time to go on to the next step. Activate your character's fingerprint scanner. If your character is Oz, you'll find your fingerprint scanner in the holding area to the left of the Exo Health upgrade station. If your character is Kahn, you'll find your fingerprint scanner in the admin block next to the door that leads to the morgue. This is also the same room that has the MP11 and the decontamination station for infection rounds. If your character is Lilith, you will find your fingerprint scanner in the morgue on the 2nd floor past the Exo Reload upgrade station. It's right in front of the door which leads to the Exo room. And lastly, if your character is Decker, you will find your fingerprint scanner in the Exo room in the stairwell that is on the right of the explosive drone weapon station. After you've interacted with your character's fingerprint scanner, return to the computer in the morgue where you first used the black box and interact with the computer again. After you've used the computer, go to the Exo room and then interact with the exosuit station until you hear a voice over the intercom. Interacting with the exosuit here also unlocks a new weapon upgrade station, which allows you to upgrade your weapon to Mark 25. After you hear the voice over the intercom, you can go outside to the starting area and see what all your hard work has earned, as you have now completed the Easter egg. If you don't want to see what happens, you can click out of this video now, but if not, you can see the Easter egg scene coming up. Haha, game over, man. That was the Outbreak Easter Egg. Your character will basically not get rescued at all, and you can continue playing Exo Zombies. I hope this Easter egg guide was helpful. That's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content in the future. Hope you enjoyed the video.